Hey, it's Stephanie. I haven't been on live in this group in a while. So, hi, how are you guys doing? Today, we are talking about the second installment of our oils, how we're using them. Today, I'm specifically talking about mood and energy. So, if you have ever used an oil for like a pick me up, this is what we're talking about. So, this is like this slump in the middle afternoon, and you just need something to kind of get you over that gap. So instead of turning in for like more caffeine, which for me can kind of linger later on to the night if I have it too late into the day, it just doesn't feel very good on my body. I feel like actually more tired from having too much. I like to turn to oils as a good alternative to get me like that extra little boost so that I don't feel like I have to go lay down and, take a nap or something because I just don't have time for that. So if that sounds like completely crazy to you, it just basically is probably because you just haven't tried it yet or haven't learned because it ends up being a really, really useful tool around our house and the office too. So if you are having to go out, you can use any of these tips at the office as well, either topically or diffusing. So when it's the middle afternoon and I'm kind of getting a little slump, I have Citrus Fresh is one of the options. It's really citrusy. It's actually a mix of citrus oils, and this just helps me to feel like really like I just put it on, like kind of centered and focused, but also alert. And sometimes those two things just don't seem to like naturally go hand in hand, but they do. Like you don't have to feel jittery and bouncing all over the place to be alert. So we're kind of going to touch on a couple of those things because sometimes we want to be super energetic and have a lot of energy, like for a workout or something. And then other times maybe we just want to boost our mood. So we're going to talk about both of those things. So this is one of those that just helps me feel focused. Yesterday, Diana showed you like the really big EODR, the Essential Oil Desk Reference book. I have the mini version. So this is just a tiny version of it. This for me, you can see mine's actually an older edition and it is super well loved. It's basically what I used when I first started with my oils about 6 years ago to learn how to use what for what. Like I just didn't know where to start. I didn't know what their inherent like characteristics were. So I used this book as like a guideline to start. So I want you to hear what it has to say about one of the studies on Citrus Fresh because I just thought it was really cool. It says university researchers in Japan found that diffusing a citrus fragrance in an office environment improved mental accuracy and concentration by 54%. Like an actual study that is super cool. So very pleasant. There are some people who maybe don't love different smells and they might smell you in their vicinity and not love it. And so this is one that a lot of people are really going to like as well. So if you're around other people. The other one that we use that if you need like a bit more of like a zip or more energy, like I said, I use this one when I work out. I throw it in the diffuser and sometimes I will even pair it with another one is peppermint. So peppermint is pretty invigorating. It just thinking about it actually kind of boosts me just because I'm so familiar with the reaction that I have to it. And we'll pair that with a little bit of lemon just to kind of give it a nice balance. Not that you have to, you can definitely use it all on its own or you can use it as a pairing. Just know that there's lots of options that and both of them are going to help increase your focus, increase the blood flow in your system, and allow yourself to get naturally more energy, especially in that mid-afternoon. The peppermint vitality, you can actually put a drop in your water as well. So if you don't have it topically available, or if you don't have a diffuser nearby, you can definitely just throw a drop in there. It's really fresh, it tastes really good, and then you get that minty energy boost in the afternoon, kind of like a mint tea. Okay. So on the other side of that, we have times when we want to boost our mood, but we don't necessarily want to get a ton more energy. And we have a lot of oils that can be found right in that starter kit that Diana talked about yesterday. I'm just going to briefly go over like which ones I would choose for something like that, but know that like if you want more in-depth information, we're kind of saving that for that VIP oil usage group so that we don't bog this down. We just want you to get a little taste and a little comfort level around different oils that you can use and how you might be able to bring that into your everyday life and schedule. So peace and calming kind of speaks for itself, really. It's very calming, obviously. Right? Frankincense is a very grounding oil. So you can place a drop on the crown of your head. You can put some on your wrists. You can put it in the diffuser. Lots of options for that. That's one of those ones you're going to see as a multi-use oil. Valor. Diana talked about Valor yesterday, which I'll get to in just a second, but Valor is really, really good for calming things down without, lifting your mood without exciting us. Okay. And then lavender. And then I have one other one that's actually found in the store kit. I call it my Houdini bottle because it literally always goes missing, probably because I throw it in my purse or we bring it from room to room. Stress Away. Stress Away actually has vanilla in it, and vanilla is known to naturally calm the system as well. It's really pleasing to a lot of people as well. Again, just kind of relaxes things out. My Houdini bottle. I use that one in the car a lot. I actually have a roll-on. Yesterday, Diana showed us how to throw a roller top on top of the bottle and then just be able to apply it so you can apply it on the go. So you don't really need to dilute that one. So as I mentioned, all of these are in the starter kit. We could love to get you over to that VIP group once you get one, if that is something that you're interested in. And then, I know what I was going to say. If you paid really close attention yesterday, we did talk about some of these oils and they kind of like have overlapped between the two. And that was not an accident. One thing that I have really learned over the years is how multifaceted these oils are and can be. It's actually quite fascinating how, some that help for pain management also really overlap towards mood, or might overlap for sleep, or might overlap for digestive system. So when you get one bottle of, like, say, peppermint oil, it is not just going to be, this is the only thing this can be used for, save it for that moment. This is actually can be used in many different applications, which kind of makes it cool, I think. So you get more bang for your buck and for what you have on your shelf. So once you learn some of that, it helps to get a little bit more familiar with, oh, I can double it up here. We're going to keep talking about some of these. Diana is going to hop on tomorrow. We are going to talk about digestive use, I believe, and in more of the multi-use oils. So if you pay attention or if you're taking notes at all, the oils that were used for moods and energy overlap a lot with those other uses. So kind of pay attention to that. All right, if there was any questions, go ahead and hop on. I will be around to answer things. Or if I was flitting around because my dogs were going crazy and the kids were calling me in the middle of a live, that's just the way things go. I hope you have a great weekend, and please keep checking in, following along. Dan will be on tomorrow, and you'll see me back again on Sunday. All right, bye-bye.